Virgo, hello, hello, hello. My name is Elizabeth. Welcome to my channel, Embracing the Chaos. Here on my channel, I like to embrace the chaos. Whether it's going on inside of you or outside of you, babes, it really depends on you. So you know the rules of tarot, right? Take what resonates and you leave what does not. Flip it, switch it, stick it, but we don't force anything to fit in any type of way. Alright. This is just going to be a reading for the sign of Virgo. Now, this does not mean that you have to have Virgo in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo. As I said in the intro, you flip the rose, baby. Flip them. That's all you got to do. Alright, let's check in and see what's going on with the sign of Virgo. Upheaval. Ooh-wee. Travel. Okay. It's not bad. Strength and turmoil. Honesty, I bet you behind it. Yep. Leadership. Let's get one more out there. Success. Well, that's good. I mean, I don't know what you're dealing with, but something come crashing through. There's been like some major incident take place here. And you could have been traveling, or you could be taking a spiritual travel, trying to better understand the situation that you've been dealing with this traumatic. I'm hearing traumatic experience, life changing. Okay, it's taking everything you've got to pick up the pieces, to pick yourself up off the ground, and hold that mirror up to your face, huh? You're being honest about something here, and this honesty is moving you forward. That's what I feel. I feel like it's moving you forward, and you're taking back control, possibly, of your life. If nothing else, over your circumstances, the situation, after this major upset. Now we'll dig in and find out a little bit more. But I do see that success is on your way. Things are going to change about. You know, you're receiving. It's like, I feel like up until this happened, you were getting telltale signs that something was about to transpire in your life. That something had to change. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like there's something you're walking away from. Something that's over. Now, this could be a repeated cycle with someone. This could be a job. And this could be just, bad habits. There's something here that just really rocked your world, baby. Really rocked your world. I got a list bill. Just talk kind of funny from time to time. Get a little tongue-tied. Tell me about this upheaval. Temperance. Yeah, the divine stepped in. This is giving a divine intervention, sweetheart. Yep. Yep. Time out. I'm getting like a time out here. Time out energy. Tell me about this travel. Conflict behind the mask. So there's something here that's not lining up. Something that isn't making sense. You've been hiding behind some kind of mask here, and unfortunately, it looks to me like at some point something has removed that mask. And now you have nothing but time on your hands to sit with that energy to try to figure out why there was conflict. You could be dealing with someone that's giving you fake smiles. You could feel the energy behind them. This is someone, you could be dealing with someone that does like, well, I'm just going to leave that alone. Because, yeah, they're telling me to drop that. Okay, drop it. Dropped. Let's move on. Tell me about the strength and turmoil. Ambition and competitiveness. This is giving like, hey, Don't be mad at me, babes. But hey, sometimes something's got to come along and shake your cage, rattle you up, roll you up, throw you down the hill. Looks like there's a little bit of an entitled energy here. Uh, kind of like, yeah, you were a little bit too competitive, and yeah. With the truth is being made known here, and it looks to me like that ambition and drive that you have. Yeah, your competitive nature is actually giving you the strength. It looks like to accept something, accept something about yourself possibly, or about someone else. Ooh, Lord of the Misfits. That's not good. You're being honest about some kind of dark energy. And I'm not saying dark isn't good, because there is good dark energy. There's also bad dark energy. And this is not a good one, okay? You're being honest about something here that, well, you didn't want to quite accept, is what I'm getting. Like, you didn't want to accept this. That something has been out of misalignment within your life. Ooh, you are going through it, huh? Tell me about this leadership. Wisdom. Yeah, well, that's good. Some kind of experience. You've gained some kind of experience here, and it looks like that experience is allowing you to grab the bull by the horns, to take back control. You know, step into a leadership role. Be the leader you never had, is what I'm hearing. No longer wanting to be sheepwool, huh? Tell me about success. Ooh. Well, are you getting tarot readings? Are you watching some kind of tarot reader here? That's what it looks like to me. Obviously, you're here with me right now. It looks like you could be reading tarot, or there's a particular type of reading that seems to be giving you the information that you need in order to be able to regain control of the situation or whatever you're dealing with. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let's talk about temperance, shall we? Ooh, burdened by some kind of... that's the shadow. That's shadowy energy. You know? The ways that we deceive ourselves. Toxic behavior, toxic patterns, addictions, things like that. Let's talk about temperance. Yeah. Tore up from the floor up, huh? Unhappy. Okay, so I feel like you just need to be patient. Okay, I know things are a little bit at odds right now. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of commotion. There's a lot of chaos. But if you try to go at something with aggression, sometimes, certain things do need to be met with aggression. Okay? But I don't feel like it's this. I feel like if this is something within the self, it's about you taking that time for the self and just being patient. Okay? You're like really stressed out here. Things are, with this chaotic situation, I feel like there was a lot going on in your life, and this needed to happen in order to shake you up, to get you to see something here, because you're surrounded by all kinds of chaos, all kinds of drama. Things weren't going right in your world. That's what I'm getting. What's this conflict behind the mask? 9 of Pentacles. Is this a realization, like this is the best it's going to be? If I don't make some changes, then it's never going to be any better than this right here? Because I feel like, honestly, this conflict behind the mask, you can no longer hide anymore. Hide from it. You could have been hiding something from maybe the person that you're with, maybe, your work situation. If this is an addiction, or if this is something, it's very stressful, okay? It's dragon energy, so therefore that tells me it's very when it comes waking up, it comes crashing through. I mean, look how it's depicted right here. This dragon energy is very, very intense. Okay, this is not. It comes crashing through. So you've basically sat on this. You've pushed it down. You've disregarded it. You've kind of set it aside. You've kept putting it off. I'm getting the energy of like you kept putting it off, and you're learning the results of that. Okay, you're learning that when you keep pushing certain things off like this, that it only grows. Like the Nine of Pentacles, this is about growth. This is about something that's being, it's the rewards, right? Well, it wouldn't be very rewarding in this situation, I don't feel, because it's caused a lot of conflict, because you've been carrying this mask around trying to hide it. And I do feel like, I mean, for someone out there, this could be an addiction. Yeah, you know, it shows up, you know, when you go to work. Maybe you're starting to be late for work. You're not starting to take care of your responsibilities. You're missing days of work. It can show up in your relationships. Like, even I do. I'm gonna be real. It does feel like it's shadowy energy that's taken the better of you. It's just, I mean, it's gotten the better of you. If it's not you, then it's somebody you're dealing with. Now, this could be somebody else's addiction. You're in a relationship with them. You're in a connection with them. And it's like the more and more they fall or they succumb to their addiction, the more and more involved it drags you into it. And you're being pulled into it. So, yeah. Your desire to get it right, your desire to analyze the situation and really get it right, is where you're going to find that strength. It's really going to allow you to develop here and master this. Master whatever's going on in the situation. Tell me about this Lord of Misfits. Page of Cups. Yeah. I seen that coming. Because this is like, I mean, come on. This is a lion holding on to a child. Okay. This is like the essence of a child. Now, when it comes up in the page in the tarot, the Page of Cups is that entitled energy or that immaturity. This is immature. So I do feel like you're releasing a part of yourself that has been a little bit on the poor pity me. Working through that energy, yeah. It's only created more problems for you is what I'm saying here. Tell me about wisdom. Five of Pentacles. Good for you. Good for you. You're starting to see your value. That's what I'm getting. Five of Pentacles. It's like everybody around you's kind of like been shutting the door on you, turning their back on you. They're getting exhausted. There's people that I feel like there's people in your energy that do see you and know your capabilities, but if you can't see your value for yourself, they can't make you. And I feel like they've just gotten to a point where they, you know, I don't like that. Maybe what's going on here? They've kind of like turned their back on you. That's what I'm getting. That's what it feels like. It feels like people's turned their back on you, and you're really trying to see something here, and you're understanding that entitled energy that I was picking up on, that child wound you're hanging on to, is only creating imbalances, and it's turned you into be someone you're not deep down, you know, and not who you want to be anyway. And you're gaining some kind of wisdom here about this feelings of lack. And it looks to me like you're taking back that control. Ooh, deja vu, baby. Tell me about this known unknown under the success. Thank you. Five of Cups. You could be seeking tarot out to understand something here that you feel like was a missed opportunity, and it looks like you could be stumbling upon that information. You could be using tarot to help you work through this loss, something that you've lost here, and it's being quite successful. Also, there could be a tarot reader that is giving you some kind of advice here that is calling you to your higher self to alleviate you from that feeling of sadness, that feeling of loss. I do feel like tarot is helping. I do. I feel like the known unknown is definitely helping you right now. So be very careful of the readers that you watch on YouTube or any other platform. You know, not everybody's got your... I mean, seriously, you don't want to be reading one that's going to give you sprinkles on top of your little cupcake over there and sprinkle it with fairy dust. And, you know, you don't, when you're going through this right here and you're dealing with shit like this, you don't need somebody that's going to sugarcoat shit. You need somebody that's going to be real. Okay, and that's what I aim to do with any of my readings. It doesn't matter. I choose to be real. I'm as real as it gets, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to call you out. So please don't feel like I'm trying to attack you in any way, because that's not the case at all, sweetheart. That is not the case at all. I'm here to try to help you work through these energies, and what I'm seeing is that you are on the right path. You're doing the right thing, and eventually you'll be able to overcome this. I know right now it doesn't feel like that, and that's the reason why we're doing that spiritual travel, because when you have Bathan and you have the known unknown, that's what tells me that you're definitely sitting in this energy, and you're allowing things to help facilitate in what the conflict, the things that are, you know, because you're tired of carrying this heavy weight. You're tired of carrying that mask. You're ready for that mask to fall off. And I'm getting a sense of like a little bit of relief here of knowing that you no longer have to hide anymore, that you can actually be who you are, and you're no longer being immature about it. You know, no longer hanging on to that inner child wounding that, you know, has caused you to feel like you didn't have any value. And this could stem from your childhood, things that you were raised, you know, how you were raised. There was definitely some wounding that went on there. But I see you that you're able to work through that energy, and it's doing you some good. Right now, you're just working through the 5 stages of grief. That's what I see. All right, my lovelies. If you haven't already, you see over here, there's a little like button. Yeah. If you can hit that, that would be great. And if you're not already, over here is a little subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that one. All right. I do hope this helps you. And I commend you for going down this path and doing this for yourself. It's not an easy path. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it is. But it is well worth it in the end. I can guarantee you that. If you're able to make it through it, babes, it's well worth it. All right, my lovelies. Until we meet again. Toodaloo.